morning, guys.
Good morning.
It's Monday morning. We're going to start you off right. We don't know what we're talking about, but we're just going to talk.
We're just going to shoot from the hip.
Shoot from the hip. I got your little breast cancer glasses. I can see you okay. All right, man. We're back, and it's been a while, but we're back with the ducks. You want the ducks?
Mm-hmm.
Probably come right up to it. All these little animals keep, every time I turn the camera on, it seems like they're going to come all the way over here, I bet. But every time I turn on the camera, little animals come out. Here comes the locust. Last night with AJ in Africa and Ken and Sherry. The locust was just freaking out.
It was so loud.
Can you hear the ducks? They're about 15 feet from us. Anyway, I thought one thing we'd talk about, we'd start off talking about the power of words, because she and I come from two ends of the spectrum when it comes to this. I grew up in a real verbally abusive house, and a lot of real mean things said, things that, you know, stuck to me forever. And then as I grew and started having kids, we got pregnant at 17, and so we were kids, and I had no idea. I didn't really have any, you know, great life skills. She knew more than I did, and she was way better than me. But, you know, arguments we've had, and over the years, and even with my kids, I would say things, you know, and it was verbal abuse, and I never knew it. I never knew what I was doing, and I never knew how important or just how damaging or scarring these words can be. And it's taken me a course of years and years to learn that it was wrong, and, you know, going back trying to fix things that I've said to people. She's always been very, like, I would call it lucky, really, that, like, when she gets mad, she doesn't call names. She doesn't, I don't know, she doesn't say the kind of things that I used to say. And I don't know, she doesn't have that baggage that she has to carry around. But my point about this is what you say to yourself and to other people, the effect is, it's lifelong. It you know, until you unprogram that thought, until you back up and say, wait a minute, you know, and fix that, it can literally drown you through your life. It could be one of those things that keeps you from exceeding, or keeps you from your dreams, or keeps you from excelling, or keeps you from, you know, it can actually ruin relationships for life. You know, I've got some people in my life where I've said things, you know, siblings and whatnot, and I said things when I was younger, and I don't think they can get over it, and I don't know if I can fix it, but I still try. But anyway, you know, what's your take on that? She always compliments people too. She's a real, like, she always compliments everybody, and
Everybody needs to be complimented. I mean, everybody does. Everybody needs to hear something good about themselves, you know. And here comes the 4 little ducks.
I told you, man.
It just makes you feel good. It just makes you feel better. You know, some people just don't feel good about themselves. And if one person can just say, oh, you look nice, or oh, your hair looks good, or I like that top, or anything like that, you know, it could just make their day and just really make them feel so good about themselves. And, you know, I think everybody needs that. So
the power of words. I mean, and that's why, like, in a lot of my videos, I try to help, or try to tell people, you know, how beautiful they are, make them realize how unique and wondrous they actually really are, because a lot of us, we really don't know that. We really don't know. I grew up, you know, not with a lot of money. So, you know, people that had more money, like where I lived was on 6th Street. And the people who lived from 8th Street on to 10th, 11th, 12th Street, those were the rich people, and the poor people, the further you went towards 1st Street, was the poorer it got. So I wasn't the poorest, because the poorest people were on 2nd and 1st, but there was still that stigma of, you know, where you feel like you're not good enough. People, look down on you. You don't have the nice tennis shoes like the other kids. And then my mom married a black man when I was in 5th grade, and that shit was taboo back then, and that really put me in this stigmatized, where people, I literally got called nigger lover and a creeper and all kinds of, really, really bad names, and that shit weighs on a kid. And then I had verbally abusive parents that, my dad, I could never, never do. It seemed like no matter what I did, he would be critical of it. And my mom would just say the most vicious, horrible, just slash you to the bone. And that shit, I was screwed up for a long, long time, man. I used drugs and alcohol and wound up in prison, and, was passing that on to another generation until I went through all this kind of like counseling and therapy, and realized that what I was doing was, you could hit a kid upside the head and it does less damage than calling them stupid or saying, what are you, an idiot, or all these things that you can say and things that I've said, and it's taken me years, and I believe with my children, I believe I've, fixed a lot of damage, and and I've always, I'll sit them down and talk to them and tell them, your words are like swords, man. They're like swords, and I, let them know that I didn't know what I was doing, and I try to redo some of the stuff that I undo some of the things I did. She's lucky, she doesn't have that like baggage and that rapport, but and I guess what I'm just trying to get to is, what you say to yourself, what you say to everybody else, man, it matters. Just a kind word some people just need one bit of kindness. And I tell her all the time, because she works in retail, and there's people come down her line, and she's constantly, I don't care who it is, compliment. Who knows what that person, if they're on their last, like, they're ready to either bite the bullet or, take a bullet, or they've just given up on life, or they just think nobody loves them and nobody cares. That one little thing could just flip their whole day around, change their life, really.
You just don't know.
Yeah.
You just don't know. And it makes me feel good to make somebody else feel good, so it's just, I don't know. I just think it's a good thing to do, to just try to make people feel good and just try to make their day better and just find something good in everything, really.
How do you, like when you get mad, I know because you get so mad at me sometimes. How do you keep from calling names and doing that? You was never raised with it?
I just, no, my parents weren't name callers, and they didn't, they weren't like that. They didn't try to hurt me, my brother and I, or anybody else, or each other when they fought and stuff. But, so because names don't need to be, you don't need to call people names. Everybody does. Everybody calls somebody something, bitch and prick and idiot. Idiot is a big, everybody uses those words. But when you're mad at someone, I don't know, to me, when you get mad, you just stick with what you're mad about. You don't try to call names to make things worse or bring in other things that make things worse.
And it does, because I might lay down like 2 or 3 paragraphs of the most insightful shit in one of our arguments, and I'll use one name. I'll say one derogatory thing, and shit I'm like, and she didn't hear any of the stuff I said that made
I
a
heard
bunch
that
of,
one name.
She heard that one name, because it cuts to the bone. So, when you look in the mirror, don't judge. I do it too. I look in the mirror, I'm fat, and my stomach sticks out, and I'm bow-legged now, my back hurts.
Well, you're always going to see something that you don't like. I can't stand my hair. I hate, like, looking at myself right now. I don't like it. I don't like that. But it is what it is, and, I just try to find all the good things that I do like about myself, And,
like me.
Yeah. I like you.
But, we didn't have anything to talk about, and I just come up with this on the way here, and because I think, wanted to talk about this subject and I may have talked about it before, but she's the perfect person to talk about it with, because she's the polar opposite of what I've been my whole life. I've been, well, man, I don't care who you are, I know the words that'll just slice you in half, and I've used that to my advantage in certain cases, but it's overkill, and it's lifelong, it's long lasting, it's forever. What you say, scars that you put on people, scars that you put on yourself, man, those are hard to remove. I mean, they're just, and you know, her being the opposite end of that, and always like, almost always, you know, having something nice to say, always having that positive attitude, but being kind, you know, and you know, and I see her go through things about her with her hair and stuff like that because of the chemo and all that, but for the most part, man, you know, she doesn't, you know, beat herself up, and she doesn't, you know, have self-hate. She doesn't, and she's not vain at all. And so, you know, it's refreshing to see, and it's growth for me. It's an example. She sets an example that I aspire to be, and I hope that you guys can, I don't know, take a little bit from this, like, just know that positive affirmations, especially about yourself, look in the mirror, tell yourself, you know, find that unique thing about you. It doesn't matter if, you know, if you're bigger, or if you're real skinny, or if you're tall, or if you got a scar on your face. It doesn't matter. You know, you're so individual. You're so unique. So unique. You know,
you're different than everybody else,
and everything on this planet, and everything on other planets, and you're like this one in a trillion thing. You're just this unique thing, and you know, start with that. Start with the fact that you are one of a kind. You know, start with that, and then you know, build from that, and start to find the good things about yourself. You know, you may be like, well, I manage money well, or well, I, you know, always get up and make it to work on time. You know, just start wherever you want to start, and find the good things, and build from those things.
Exactly.
You know, and then realize that, you know, this dude is literally going to come up here. He's going to get in our frame.
Turn the camera down.
Come on.
Quack, 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 quack. He wants some bread.
That's probably what he thinks. He thinks he wants some bread or something. Anyway, this is the kind of shit that happens around us. The animals are, it's the more in tune we get, and the more in tune we get, can you see it? The more in tune we get, animals, it's crazy. It's crazy. Trees filling up full of birds too. But, you know, just, you know, start off this Monday finding the good things about you, building from that, write them down. And because there are good things about you.
There are.
Trust me, if we was around you, we would find them, and we would point them out to you.
I definitely can find them.
Yeah. So just know that, and we're not going to be long on this. I'm going to try to shorten my videos a little bit and try to make more videos. I think part of the problem with my video making has been that I make real long videos. It takes long to edit them. It takes long to upload them. So I'm going to like stop that. I'm going to start shortening things up so I don't have an excuse or whatever, or in my own mind, you know. Anyway, getting off subject. Just, you know, find the good things in yourself. Find the good things, and make sure that you tell somebody. Every time you say something nice to say it, you know, if you're like me, it's like, you know, when you first say it, it's hard to say something nice. You know, it really is. But then you know, then it gets easier, and then it gets easier. So, you know, compliment the person at work that you can't stand.
Yeah.
And if you can't do that right away, compliment. So, yeah, I was starting with saying, you know, you know, compliment the people you do like, move to the people that you're like, and eventually move your way. And then by the end of this week, complimenting the people that you loathe, people that you can't stand.
Yeah.
It'll actually.
It changes things.
Yeah, and
it turns things around.
Yeah, and it also makes you vulnerable. You know, and there's a magic and there's a strength and vulnerability of that, because, you know, we're all so protective and so insecure that you know, being vulnerable is not, you know, we have to constantly have a shield up and constantly have armor up and constantly be, you know, have a sword out and ready. And we don't get to experience, you know, all the compassion that we could and all the beauty that we actually have inside, because we're so busy, you know, guarding everything, that it gets stuffed deep. It gets, you know, stuffed deep inside of you, and it doesn't come out, that beauty, that, you know, because you have this in you. This is what you're here for. You're here, the whole experience on this earth is harmony and love. The whole thing that you're here to do is to be in harmony with those things that you can't stand. You have to somehow find, you know, just because it's a lowy and you're at a high, you know, you're, just because there's this difference doesn't mean you might not be in the same key. It, you know, it may seem like a big vast spread between you and that person, but in all reality, your frequencies can get in harmony. You know, you can find the wavelength where, you know, some of your rises and some of your falls meet, which would be harmony. And that's your whole purpose here. That's the whole purpose to be here, the whole Trinity thing, the 369 thing. All of it comes down to being in harmony. And with everything, with a rock, with a stranger, with your enemy, you know, you have to somehow find that way, because that's how you ascend. That's how you elevate. That's how your vibration, you know, the more that you love people, the more that you forgive people, the more that you forgive yourself. There's literally a chart, and there's frequencies, and they literally have read this. These frequencies, your frequency goes up. I mean, they can measure it. It literally goes up. If you have self-hate, you hate everybody around you, and you hate your life, your frequency is real low. They can measure this. So, you know, it's all about you. It's all about you bringing yourself up, you know, and bringing your frequency up. And the easiest way to do that is by bringing other people's frequency up and opening your heart to that, and showing love, you know, and being in harmony with everything. And, you know, love is the answer, man. And, you know, I know it's hard to say love your enemy, because I got people in my life who I like to kill them since I see them, but, and I ain't gonna call them and tell them anything nice right now, because I'm still on the people that I like, moving to the people that I'm like, hey, you know what I mean? I haven't got to the people that I'm like, but I'm moving that way, you know. So you do the same. And well, you got anything to say before we leave, baby?
I just want to say that you just got to get up every morning and just try to just set your goals to be just, you know,
be a good person.
Yes, just be the bigger person, be a good person, you know, and look at yourself every morning and find all the good things that you love about yourself, or at least a couple things that you like about yourself, and just try to build on that, and just try to make every day of your life as happy and good as you can, and help others, and just make others feel good, and just try to be happy, and just live your life to the fullest every day, you know. And here we were talking this morning about how this is the middle of July. At work, I work in retail, so all you retailers know how the seasons just fly by, and you probably know already that we've got fall stuff coming out and Christmas stuff already coming out, and nobody wants to see that right now. No one wants to see that right now. You know, time is just flying by fast, so you have to just fulfill every day and live your life, and live, and just be happy, and do all the fun things you want to do, and just do everything you can to make yourself feel good, and make others feel good, and just make every day good, make every day great.
And quit trying to be on the frequency of money. Be on the frequency of happiness, because when you get in that higher vibration, the good things that you need, the things that the universe knows, your higher self knows that you need, will come your way. They will come your way. So just worry about being happy, making yourself and others around you happy, and emitting this frequency, and you know, this glow, have this glow about you. And what'll happen is what you need and what you want will come your way. You know, you may think, if you had a choice, I said this to AJ the other day, if you had a choice between $1 million and a joyous happiness, you know, forever joyous and happy, some people would literally choose the $1 million, and they don't even realize the reason they're choosing the $1 million is because they think it's going to make them happy and joyous. They wouldn't even skip over the $1 million to go to the happy and joyous, because we're so programmed to think that money is what the answer is. And it is an answer to a lot of things, but honestly, just be happy, and the things that you need, the universe will provide. I'm watching it happen in the people's lives that I'm involved with right now, and I'm seeing it happen, and it's happening in our lives. And you know, just be happy, man. And take this with you. Like I said in one of my videos, take a pocket full of sunshine, man. Take a hug and a kiss and some loving, and
spread it.
Spread it, and just walk around with that pocket full of sunshine. And we love you guys. And go ahead.
You know, and just try to give. What's that saying? If you don't see anybody with a smile on their face, give them one of yours.
There you go.
And just try to be the best you can, and try to be happy, and do what you love to do, and love yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself.
That's,
you know,
start
I have
there.
to say it to myself every day. You know, I have to do that. Find things that I like and love about myself. You know, and I'm just so grateful and thankful that I am here and living every day that I have, and just
We have
grateful for that.
another channel, Bones 728, BONES 728, and it's got some videos like of the cancer, Susan Komen cancer walk, and it kind of shows how our lives went from one thing to another. I mean, she used to have like a big, full head of hair, brown hair, and it's changed. Things have changed. You know, her looks have changed, but she's rolled with these punches, and she's staying positive through it. And it would be so easy for her to get depressed, or you know, and she does sometimes get down. But I lift her up. I let her know, man, you're beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And she knows she is. I'll make her know it. You know, I'll make her know it, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
So
I have a very good husband. 39 years.
going on 39.
Yeah, going on 39.
Yeah.
38. Our oldest son's 38. We're high school sweethearts.
Yeah.
15 years old.
Yeah.
I wanted to take him away from where he was at and take care of him and save him.
That's what she told me the other day. I'm the first person she saved. So hopefully, when you guys are in that little group of people that she's going to save, because she did save me. She saved me from myself, all kinds of other shit. And because I was destined to kill myself, I was destined to drive as fast as I could towards that wall, crash and burn. It was a destiny. I wanted it. I don't know why, but that's what I wanted, and I eventually did. I hit the wall and went to prison, and that's what changed me. You know, that's what changed everything. And I had to go deep, deep, deep down inside and start finding out what the hell's wrong with me. And it all came down to the words. It all came down to simple. I mean, I was abused too. I mean, I was beat on. I can tell you stuff will make you cry.
Skin curdle.
Yeah, but I got over that. It was the words that stayed a lifetime, that just stayed a lifetime. Man, here comes the locust again. But anyway, I'm gonna get off here because we're running out of space on this memory card. I had to go delete some stuff just to get back on here. Anyway, you got anything else to say, baby?
No, that's it.
We love you. We want you to start your Monday off good. We want you to just
get out and go for a walk and
get the sun on you.
Get the sun on you, and just feel good. And
find some water, even if it's a mud puddle. Get around it. And if water ain't your thing, get around a tree, get around flowers, get around whatever it is you dig, and you know, set in that, bask in it. And God put that there for you, man.
Yes, He did.
God has put it there for you. He's put all this here for all of
Everything.
us.
He's given you everything. Everything.
Yeah.
So
And you can start over right now. You can always start right over. In the middle of the day today, when
even
somebody
though
pisses
it's
you off,
hard, even though you think you can't, even though you think, oh, it's just the worst day, and you're just so mad and so in such a bad mood, you can actually change it. You can actually turn it around.
you really can. So anyway, we love you guys, and anything else?
Have a great week. Have a great day, and just enjoy your life.
We'll be back.